Okay, people, let's get into this. This is an NPDES permit for Carus Chemical Corporation. 1500 H Street, P.O. Box, or 1500 H Street, LaSalle, Illinois. Um, this is for their discharge into the Little Vermilion River, which is estimated at 1.6 million gallons per day, people. That's per day. If you are concerned with the environmental impact that Carus Chemical has on our little Vermilion River, and you want them to test for more heavy metals than they are on this paperwork, then you need to file right into the public comment section, and we will go over that with you here in 1 second.
The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency has made a tentative determination to issue a NPDES permit to discharge into the waters of the state and has prepared a draft permit and associated fact sheet for the above-named discharger. The public notice period will begin and end on the dates indicated in the heading of this public notice fact sheet. The last day comments will be received will be on the public notice period ending date, unless a commenter demonstrating the need for additional time requests an extension to this comment period, and request is granted by the EPA. Interested persons are invited to submit written comments on the draft permit to the IEPA at the above address. Commenters shall provide his or her name and address and the nature of the issues proposed to be raised, and the evidence proposed to be presented with regards to those issues. Commenters may include a request for public hearing. Persons submitting comments and/or requests for public hearing shall also send a copy of such comments or requests to the permit applicant. The NPDES permit and notice number must appear on each comment page. The application, engineer's review notes including
I would like to pause right there. It says that commenters may include a request of a public hearing. Persons submitting comments and or requests for public hearing shall people also send a copy of such comments or requests to the permit applicant. You do not have to send Carus Chemical a copy of anything. It says you shall, and you shall not send them anything, because if you send them something, they are going to use that and come up with an excuse of why you're wrong and they're right.
load limit calculations, public notice fact sheet, draft permit, comments received, and other documents are available for inspection and may be copied at the IEPA between 9:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m., Monday through Friday when scheduled by the interested person. If written comments or requests indicate a significant degree of public interest in the draft permit, the permitting authority may, at its discretion, hold a public hearing. Public notice will be given 45 days before any public hearing. Response to comments will be provided when the final permit is issued. For further information, please call Mark E. Liska at the applicant is engaged in the manufacturing and distribution of potassium permanganate, sodium permanganate, formulate permanganates, copper manganese dioxide catalysts, and liquid and dry phosphate blends. Plant operation results in a proposed discharge of
1.6 million gallons per day, people. This is not a made-up number. It's probably on the low side, as a matter of fact. They've been pumping this many gallons for quite a few years. They're going to try to tell you that it's water softener regeneration wastewater, reverse osmosis rejection water, multimedia filter backwash, boiled down blow over, barometric condensation water, non-contact cooling water. Here's where it gets interesting. Storm water runoff, an emergency waste storage site for storm water from outfall 001. Outfall 001 happens to be the discharge pipe into the Little Vermilion River, which I have video on. Excuse me. Our concerns are stormwater runoff. We all know how many spills they have inside their plant on a daily basis, and we all know how they get rid of it. They wash it down the drain, and they spray it with some funny concoction to change the color of it. So people, this is very important. This water is going into our Little Vermilion River, and they are testing for the bare minimum. As you can see, they have a lot of products that they make, and the EPA don't know shit about any of them. That's a fact, Jack.
1.672 mgd of water softener regeneration wastewater, reverse osmosis reject water, multimedia filter backwash, boiler blowdown, barometric condenser water, non-contact cooling water, stormwater runoff, and emergency waste storage site stormwater from outfall 001. Public Notice Fact Sheet, page 2, NPDES Permit No. Illinois. Application is made for the existing discharge located in LaSalle County, Illinois. The following information identifies the discharge point, receiving stream and stream classifications. Stream classification, outfall receiving stream latitude longitude integrity rating, 001 41 degree 20 feet 05 inches north 89 degree, 04 feet 57 inches west. General use not rated. Little Vermilion. To assist you further in identifying the location of the discharge, please see the attached map. The stream segment receiving the discharge from outfall 001 is on the 2020-2022 Integrated Water Quality Report and 303 list and is not a biologically significant stream on the 2008 Illinois Department of Natural Resources publication, integrating multiple taxa in a biological stream rating system. Impaired designated use pollutant.
Now, why it's not a biological stream is what they're calling the river, is because Carus and their family members, M&H, Zinc, rerouted and changed the geographics of this river. That is a fact. And I'm just going to go over it because this will get confusing and I don't want to confuse you. I want to make this as easy as possible. What they're going to say is that the impaired, the pollutants and the impaired designated use, aqualife use. Chlorine is a problem for them. Solids like zinc, phosphorus, flow alternatives, that includes pH, that includes your temperatures, it includes a lot of things. Your primary contact use, fecal chloroform. Then it gets in here, and these are the numbers they go by. Do not get excited over this. But as you can see, they're only testing very little. Very little. They do ammonia, they do zinc for the only heavy metal that they have on there, and chloride, which they're monitoring only. Now PFAS is a whole new regulation, and what that gets into is just new testing. They're going to find PFAS, I can guarantee you that. The issue with that's going to be they're going to have to figure a way to stop it from happening, and they will be given years to do that. That is a fact, just a fact.
Load limit calculations for the following pollutant parameters were based on the existing permitted average flow of 1.47 mgd and maximum flow of 1.92 mgd, and using the formula of average or maximum flow x concentration limit x 8.34 equal to the average or maximum load limit, total suspended solids and ammonia. Public Notice Fact Sheet, page 3, NPDES Permit No. Il. The following explain the conditions of the proposed permit: reporting requirements, pH monitoring, total residual chlorine analytical method, sampling location, Class K operator requirement, and additive change requests. To address per- and polyfluoroalkyl substance under the NPDES permit program, the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, Bureau of Water, Permit section has implemented a PFAS reduction initiative. Under this initiative, facilities with C codes that have been identified by USEPA as having the potential to use and/or discharge PFAS compounds are being required by EP to perform monitoring for PFAS compounds and their discharges and to implement best management practices to reduce the potential for discharging PFAS to surface waters. The SIC code 2819 is on the USEPA list of SIC codes, which indicates the need for both PFAS monitoring and the development and implementation of BMPs. Monitoring for PFAS has been added to the effluent limitations, monitoring, and reporting page for outfalls 001 and special conditions 12 and 13 have been added to the permit as well.
Okay, so these are the special conditions under the permit. They're going to start testing for PFAS. If nobody knows what PFAS is what DuPont had got themselves in trouble for in a major lawsuit. It kind of expose the world to some fucking shady practices that chemical companies like to do. And trust me, Carus Chemical is not the only company that's trying to get away with things. Um, and that's a fact. That's just a plain fact. But as you can see, they come up with the numbers. They come up with there is a Class K operator requirement. And all this means is that somebody at the plant has got a Class K operator requirement license. And that doesn't mean they have anything to do with anything. They just take the smartest person out of the group and they give it to her because they're the only people that can pass that shit. And I also know the lady's name. She's been with Carus for a long time. So monitoring the PFAS, they're going to start doing that, and it's in the permit. This is their map. It's it's pretty easy to figure out. This is Carus Chemical here. Um, as you can see, it's labeled. Here's their emergency containment site. Here's the North Lagoon. This North Lagoon is the lagoon that was purple during the fire. This is an emergency containment area. South Lagoon is a sediment pit. Water comes in, settles through here, and then exit and outflow into the Little Vermilion. Um, this is their permit. This is how it looks. Um, this is how it's going to look. These are their special conditions, and I don't want you to be alarmed by this. You really don't need to read all this crap, but it's good if you do. I'm not going to go through it all because it's all in the permit, and you'll be able to read it for yourself. The most important part of this is they are going to start testing for PFAS, people. This is important. But the most important part of this is the fact that you get to make a public comment. A public comment. People, this is important. Do you care about what's being put into the atmosphere, into your water? I do, and you should too. So let's everybody join together and please follow the link in the site and follow the link below and let's get this going, people. Let's get it going.